for another review. It's been a while since I've done an anime, so we have one in the movie theaters currently right now. I got to see it opening weekend in AMC Prime, cheap pop. So let's talk about the second movie in this series of My Hero Academia, and it's called Heroes Rising.
Just a man, not superhuman. I'm not superhuman. Someone save me from the haze. Just another...
Okay, for those of you who are not familiar with My Hero Academia, it resides in a world where 80% of the population have quirks. In other words, they're mutants. And we mostly deal with how people become heroes. And we have these whole bad guys who want to be bad guys. Of course, if you're going to have heroes, you're going to have bad guys. This movie takes place in a very weird situation. Let me give you the setup. Yes, I am a fan of My Hero Academia. I have 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. Me and Jeff reviewed 2 Heroes. Right now we're currently watching Season 4, which is something to talk about later on. And this movie seems to take place after Season 4. I've heard to some accounts this takes place in the middle of Season 5. And that would explain why, if you're currently watching Season 4, there are a lot of things that spoil things that happen. There are character upgrades, i.e. we just had episode 21 that shows us what Midoriya is wearing on his hands. But anyway, this synopsis is the heroes are on some type of vacation. They're in charge of, or the students are on vacation. They're in charge of one island. All the real heroes have left. They're there to take care of this island. And they do a lot of mundane tasks, helping people to the store, getting cats from trees, so on and so forth. Tomoro Shigaraki, the leader of the League of Villains, releases a villain along with his 3 other companions and sets them loose on the island to attack the heroes in training. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy the first about 30-40 minutes of this movie really hit home what I really liked about the show My Hero Academia. It's the fact that there are these groups of heroes. They're all really likable. In all honesty, if you wanted to, you could really swap out Deku, who is Izuku Midoriya, who is the main character of this show, with more or less anyone in the roster. There's Todoroki, there's Tokoyami, all of them would Kirishima would make kind of interesting main characters. I'm not gonna say Bakugo, he needs to be a villain because he's a psychopath. And nothing they've done has made him likable. Anyway, that's enough about the TV series. And when it does that, you feel the heart in the show. And I really wanted to like this show, this movie, Heroes Rising. But then, when it was My Hero Academia, the movie was really fun. It was really charming. That's what you get with these sets of characters, especially with this age group and what they're trying to accomplish. The problem is, the last 45 minutes of the movie to 50 minutes, it's really a Dragon Ball episode or movie. And it kind of took me out of it, but I was willing to accept it. It was fine. The fights are engaging. The fights are really fun. There is this one thing that happens at about 15 minutes before the end that I was literally sitting there going, please don't be this stupid. And it did it. And it went full Dragon Ball. It went full like this anime trope. And I hated the movie. I hated the explanation for it. And it is one of those things that once you hear it, you go back and I just started nitpicking the rest of the movie. The fact that we are being more or less spoiled for stuff that we haven't seen yet. unless you read the manga, then you would know why certain characters look the way they do. Here, there's no explanation. Also, the fact that while the Dragon Ball movies really are outside the continuum for the most part, or they are shortened versions of what happens during certain story arcs, this one isn't continuum, will be never referenced again, likely, much like the last movie, Two Heroes. And it's just kind of baffling. Why, I get it, it's anime, but damn, to me it just, once that moment happened, that pissed me off, and the explanation was terrible for it happening. You'll know it at the end. It happens during the main fight scene with Midoriya and Bakugo. It just made the movie like so unlikable, because I don't like the Dragon Ball movies for this reason. It's a cop-out. It's a cheap way to have the good guys win without explaining it, and even the explanation is completely nonsense. And I was having so much fun when it was a My Hero Academia movie, but then you sit there and you go, well, what's the point after all? This isn't in continuum. This takes place during, but it will never be referenced again. So more or less, it reminded you were wasting your time. Also, the spoilers bothered me a lot. Unlike Two Heroes, where it actively made the group part of the main story, this one, after about 25 minutes left in the movie, it's all about these two characters, Deku and Bakugo. I know Deku's the main character, whatever, that's completely fine. Bakugo, I find, is an unlikely prick, and if he doesn't turn bad by the end of the series or die, like, I don't understand what's his reasoning. He's unlikable. Also, the villain, by the way, is Nine. It doesn't matter if I tell you his name, he'll never be referenced in the show. His whole motivation is just, I want to destroy everything. Like Shigaraki puts him on the island and says, go for it. And there is a hint towards a doctor that is in the 5th season, I believe, of the show. But that was very early on. He got one clip and that was it. Animation is top notch. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really well animated movie. It's just, I'm telling you, once it got to that, when it became Dragon Ball and no longer My Hero Academia, I just couldn't find myself caring anymore, because I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. I think Dragon Ball's pretty stupid, but that's my opinion. I was in a crowd of people who loved it. They liked the anime trope. I didn't, so take that for what you will, but it wasn't for me, in all honesty, because it became something else. I'm going to give My Hero Academia a 5.5. Like I said, when it was the movie I wanted it to be, it was fine. When it became a different series and just anime nonsense that doesn't make any sense, it really made me examine the whole movie and how much the stuff just was like, what was the purpose of doing this? So yeah, that's my opinion on My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising. It was less Heroes Rising than less, My Hero Academia, let's steal from Dragon Ball. That's my opinion. The movie's wide in the US right now. I'm sure people are going to disagree with me, because I was in a group of people that really disagreed with me. Let me know your qualms with what I'm saying in the comments below, and until next time, bye.
Save me now, I need a hero.